Hey guys, welcome back to the Confirm RM YouTube channel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day getting ourselves back here into Bitcoin and everything else here in crypto market. So, we just did a video about a week ago. You guys know my schedule is a little bit crazy and just with a lot going on, and I just try to do as many videos as I can for you. But I think my schedule will be changing soon, and I'll be able to be here almost every night with you guys again. It'll be a long time coming. It's been a rough 6 months. But anyways, getting ourselves here into Bitcoin, we were talking about holding the middle of this kind of parallel channel going downwards with Bitcoin, and we do also have a ceiling here on the upper side. So what I want to do is grab ourselves this trend, and we'll go across the top and see where we're at. So even if we were to say go off the tops of these, you would see that the next, you see this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, technically hitting it. We're getting it a little bit lower than it, but it makes sense. We're getting here to the 1618. If we were to kind of manipulate it to be in the more strict time frame of now, you would see that same thing. You have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ones. So, okay. Bitcoin holding middle of parallel channel, just exactly how we had envisioned, holding that 100-day moving average as well as the middle, everything lined up for it to be perfectly in the middle of that channel. Also retesting the bottom here, 2 days right here at the bottom of that zero, around that 60,250, just about holding that. Both everything came nicely nice, even here on the RSI, just bouncing off that longer term moving average. And we were talking about if we were going to get a breakout of this region, we'd see ourselves get stomped out around that 702, which is actually a 382 on a longer term, and that would be the 702 on the shorter term, getting us up around there, kind of going sideways. And we're going to see how that was going to wind up playing out. You can see we wound up going back to retest on the 236, and it's got an explosion out there. That's just how that. It's always great when you get that back test and then just that explosion outwards. So we got ourselves up to that 1618, which is also the 618 right here on the longer term. So we're getting a little stumped out, so stalling. But all right, so what we're going to want to see here with Bitcoin is a fallback, I would say, at least here to 65.3. Probably lose about 1,000 on this Monday. I guess it would make sense to come back for a retest. The volume is a little bit low. It is the weekend, so the possibility of it coming back down there is interesting. But what we need to see here is Bitcoin either A, break through this with conviction, or B, come back down here to this 65 on top of this parallel channel. Right? If we were even to extend this downwards, you would see it be like this. It actually had to come back down the other 64.5. But for longer term average here, if we were to grab this, you see this is the 0.5. We would want to come back here on top of this kind of second ceiling, hold that, and then push upwards. But as you can see, if we were to give ourselves a nice little triangle here, this ascending triangle, you'd see it would break by Thursday of next week if it really wanted to abide by it here on a daily. But you would wind up seeing that breakout would look like something like this, getting us up there to around 70,000. I would say they'd be in the middle of the channel. If you were to use the full width of this, it'd actually be about 70,000. So I think we may be revisiting that within the near future, especially if we're able to break through that 67,500 region just right there. We'll be receiving $70,000 by maybe the end of this week, right before June. That would be crazy. But obviously, like I said to you guys, if we wind up falling, we're going to come right back down to the top of that line. That's just how it's going to be. We're going to come back for a retest from where our breakout region was and throw up to the upside. That'd be the most bullish scenario, but like I said, right now we're getting the volume's dwindling. We had okay volume going into the weekend. We had a lot coming here on Wednesday, and then started to dwindle out. But as you can see, almost every weekend, right here, Saturday, Sunday, low volume. Saturday, Sunday, low volume. Saturday, Sunday, that one actually had a little bit higher, but because we pushed up a little bit, but we wound up selling off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So what we're going to want to see is just that conviction, just us bounce around this region. Because if we can bounce around in this region, we're going to see ourselves fly up here. But if you're gonna start seeing some low pressure and start to see this and start getting a couple I would say 2 consecutive candle closes, we're gonna come down for that retest on top of our breakout, which would be sitting here around this region right there. So that's what we see going on for Bitcoin. So let's see what winds up happening. Come over here to XRP. I don't think anything's really changed. Look at that. We haven't even really looked at XRP in the for the past week either. We're coming back down for a retest on our RSI. That's nothing crazy. And look at that, happens to be right at the same bottom line of the trend there. But we have this overall. We have this pennant, and we also have this overall ascending channel on the bottom side. But you can see we're just kind of dwindling, getting closer and closer to an apex. If you really wanted to, you could technically do this. Looks like a shorter term move is going to be happening next week, the 27th. That would be quite interesting to see us us go through. But I would say short term, you have this going on right here, this move. Either come back down to 48, or we're going to be coming back up and retesting the top of the channel around there, around 54. Who would know it? But that's how it is. We're condensing here with XRP. Our volume is pretty dwindly. You're seeing it do this. It's kind of plateauing, and you're also seeing us rise in the RSI from this low we got here around 30, and we're sitting around a 46 at the moment, so we're still oversold. So if you really wanted to go with that narrative, if we're going to wind up holding this as a support and flying upwards, you should be seeing XRP at 54 cents. At the same time, that coincides with Bitcoin doing its thing by Thursday this week and actually getting that retest up there. But this is going to be a very critical region. We're going to get back up there to around that 70,000. Our high was 73, so it's going to be a nail biter for sure. But XRP, this isn't crazy to see. The volume is it is coming down. But I mean, at least it's more than last weekend. Last weekend, it's actually almost double of last weekend. But nothing's really changed. As you guys literally we can do XRP every other week at this point, and you guys will know we'll be staying in this trend. It likes to adhere until just the day. So we got this trend that's going to wind up giving way by next Monday. So within a week. Obviously, it doesn't have to happen to a T, as you guys know. It does take. Sometimes it'll do it 2 or 3 days beforehand. So I'm looking at it this week into early next, breaking from this short-term trend, probably jumping up there to that 100-day moving average, which is around there about 54, about around that time, I would suspect. Otherwise, just kind of meandering in this region until we get to June, and we were talking about that in June. It looks like there's some sort of move coming mid-June for XRP. Everyone hoping to get back up into that this crucial region here between 67 and 71. But if we don't, we're coming back down to that 43. So it really depends on what the hell Bitcoin's doing. And, to really determine what XRP is going to end up doing, we do obviously have our constant retests of this region. But really, Bitcoin's just going to be our end-all, be-all for really determining which way this is going to wind up moving. Obviously, if Bitcoin's taking a poop, XRP will most likely follow that. Not even most likely, it will. But... all right, guys, I hope you're having a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Appreciate every single one of you. Sorry that these videos are so far and few in between at this point, but like I said, I think the schedule will be changing. I think we'll be getting back into the groove, and this summer will be absolutely wonderful with you guys. Appreciate you guys for sticking around the channel. For those of you that are still channel members, appreciate you. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye, guys.